पुरुषोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतः सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिक्पारिणं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरं परमानन्दमाधवं Hare Krishna. Reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, Dhyana Yoga, and today's verses, last two verses, 46 and 47. So we read what 46 first. Tapasyodhyo yogi, tapasibhyodhyo yogi, jnanibhyobi madodhiga, karmibhyaschodhigo yogi, tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. Tapasibhyodhigo yogi, jnanibhyobi madodhiga, karmibhyaschodhigo yogi, tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. Tapasibhyodhigo yogi, jnanibhyobi matodhiga, karmibhyaschodhigo yogi, tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. Right, Renukamaji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tapasvibhyo diko yogi jnanibhyopi matodikaha karmibhyaschadiko yogi tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Snigdhamaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tapasvi bodhiko yogi jnana bhyapi matodhikaha karmi bhyaschadhiko yogi tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Renukamaji can read the translation.
A yogi is greater than the ascetic, greater than the empresses, and greater than the fruitive worker. Therefore, O Arjuna, in all circumstances, he is a yogi. Hare Krishna.
Right, Hare Krishna. 47. Yoginam api sarvesham madgadenantaratmana Shraddhavan bhajade yo mam same yuktadamo madaha. Yoginam api sarvesham madgadenantaratmana Shraddhavan bhajade yo mam same yuktadamo madaha. Yoginam api sarvesham yo mam same yuktadamo madaha. Yes, Snigdhamaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yogi nama api sarveshang madgatenantaratmana Shraddhavan bhajate jemang same yukta tamamataha. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Renukamaji.
Yoginam api sarvesham madgatenantara atmana Shraddhavan bhajate yo mam same yuktadamo mataha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. Okay, Snigdhamaji can read the translation.
Yes, Prabhuji. And all And of all yogis, he who always abides in me with great faith, worshipping me in transcendental loving service, is most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Om Jnanatimiraandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmedidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthavidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagada Mahyam Dadadi Swapadandigam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapadagamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagarajadam Saganalida Jagdanadamidam Tam Sajivam Sadhaivam Savadhudam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Lalita Shivishagan Vidamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptaga Anjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpadruvescha Kripa Sindhu Vyevacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swaminiri Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshadarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Tapasibhyo digo yogi, jnanibhyo vi matodhikam, karmibhyascho digo yogi, tasmad yogi bhava Arjuna. A yogi is greater than the ascetic, greater than the empiricist, and greater than the fruity worker. Therefore, O Arjuna, in all circumstances, be a yogi. So, we are the last two verses of this chapter named Dhyana Yoga, one of the process of linking your consciousness with Krishna consciousness. So this is quite a long chapter. 47 verses are there. So in the beginning 4 verses, Krishna recapitulates the greatness of Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga in the sense Nishkama Karma Yoga. And afterwards, in the next 4 verses, Krishna speaks about mind control, which is required for Dhyana Yoga. In Karma Yoga, basically, you have to control your senses. And in Dhyana Yoga, you have to control the mind. So after emphasizing the need to control the mind, in the next 3 verses, Krishna enumerates the yogi who have achieved the perfection of Paramatma realization in verse 7, 8, and 9. And then how he achieved that, the process by which he has achieved is detailed in verses 10 to 32. The entire process of Dhyana Yoga is described in these 23 verses, starting from staying in a isolated, clean place, finding a seat, starting the yoga process, fearless, and maintaining the Dhrida Vrata of Brahmachari Vrata, And then in the middle of this, from 15th onwards, we'll find step by step how the yogi realizes different stages. First, he realizes Ashtasiddhis, and then Brahman realization. And then again proceeding with this mind control, meditation process, which is called dhyana. He achieves the Paramatma realization. So this is a quite elaborate and very difficult process. And as far as Arjuna is concerned, he voices concern that Krishna, it is very difficult for me to follow this. I cannot control my mind, and I cannot have equal vision, which is a real quality of a person who has achieved Paramatma, because he sees Paramatma in everyone. Right from small ant up to Brahma, the Dhyana Yogi, Ashtanga Yogi, he sees Paramatma situated in each and every atom. And naturally, when you have that kind of vision, it is quite natural that you treat everyone with equal vision, with equality. So Arjuna is not very sure whether he will be able to do this. And Krishna agrees with him, yes, mind is very difficult to control, but to achieve something very rare, you have to make a lot of endurance, endure for that. Abhyasa, you have to work hard for that. You have to practice. And along with practice, you have to develop the renunciation also. How to get detached. So the two processes, Vairagya and Abhyasa, is given by Krishna to overcome this turbulent mind. So Arjuna understands this, Arjuna understands the importance of practice, Abhyasa. But again feels that suppose somebody is starting this path, entering this path of spiritual path, and because of lacks in practice is not that much as required, he falls down. What will be the fate of the yogi? Why the yogi is falling down? Why the yogi fell down?
Because at first he practiced all the yogas, but after that he left the practice.
Yeah, why he left the practice?
His mind may change.
And
In what way? His mind is changing. Mind is changing from this spiritual life to again to where?
To material activities.
Yes, material. He is again falling a victim to Maya. That is because practice is not there. Why practice is not there? Maybe, of course, it is said that he's having full conviction, but still because of the previous vasanas, previous life vasanas, is so strong that again it pulls him back. And then again he is into this Maya, into his material sense gratification. Although he is not liking it, although he is he's frustrated and finished with that, saturated with this thing, but still something is there that's pulling him back. And although he doesn't like it, he's still finding a fat attraction, and therefore he deviates from this path and he falls down. So Arjuna says he neither achieves material prosperity and pleasures, and neither he realizes the Paramatma. So what is the situation? So how Krishna answers? What is the answer given by Krishna?
At first he will take birth either in a knowledge
No, he says first he says that Nahi kalyanaka kaschit durgadim tada gachari. One who is enduring for perfection, he never meets with devastation or distress. That is a strong statement by Krishna. Then he narrates how he's not distressed. First he says that nahi kalyanakat kaschit durgadim tadagachari. Now a person who is enduring for perfection, for realization, you'll now meet with this kind of distress. Then he explains in the next few verses how this yogi is successful. What is he saying? First,
he will take birth in a rich or wealthy family.
no. Before that, what happens? That's later only. What happens the following year? First, where he goes?
First he goes to heaven and enjoys.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. When he goes to heaven and then enjoys the heavenly life for many years. Shashwadim Samaha is very clear. Shashwadim Samaha. So that means many years he enjoys the life. So that means he is satisfied, materially satisfied. First, he is being given the material satisfaction. Normally, the heavenly planets, who goes to heavenly planets? Normally, who goes to heavenly planets? Who? Yes? No, who actually aspires for heavenly pleasures? Which yogi?
True yogi, transcendentalist.
No. The karma yogi, the sagama karma yogi. We know that. He is a yogi, he is not nishkama, he has his intent desires, but he fulfills his desires by Vedic process only. And by Vedic process, he reaches heavenly planets. So normally, the heavenly planets are being enjoyed by persons who have desire for these heavenly planets, intense desire for heavenly planets, and he doesn't have any desire for self-realization. He likes only heavenly planets. That repeats continuously. He goes there, comes back, again goes there, till he's saturated. Then he says, okay, enough is enough. Then he turns to self-realization. But till that time, he's a person who is. But why this yogi who is now interested in self-realization goes is a different type. Because of that the lingering of the desire he had in his heart. Because of that, he goes. But what is the difference between the person who is karma yogi, or sakama karma yogi, and this yogi? Then the second part comes. Here's the difference. What is the difference between the sakama karma yogi who aspires for heavenly planets only and enjoys there and comes back? And what is the difference between this ashtanga yogi who aspires for paramatma realization but goes to heaven, then comes back? Yes, the second part. The first part, this Ramagama again lives in a place where these facilities are still there. And then again he continues this thing. The cycle goes on. But the the Ashtanga yogi who has fallen, enjoys his heavenly life, comes back, and then he's taking birth in what?
No.
In a wealthy family.
In a wealthy family and a righteous
Or
family.
knowledgeous. Yes.
Huh?
Yes, knowledgeous family.
Not
Or
knowledgeous.
Vaishnava.
No. Shujinam Srimadam Gehe. The first is Shujinam Srimadam. Shujina means a sattvic family, having good habits, regulated habits. And then Shujinam Srimadam. Srimadam means wealthy plan.
Yes.
Then the next verse only, Adhava, he says that he takes birth in a family of Goswamis, knowledgeable persons, Vaishnavas, who are having great knowledge. So again, you find a difference here. Who goes to his righteous family and wealthy family, and who goes to his Vaishnava family and Goswami family?
The person who does the all Vedic for Sakama Karma Yogi, who does all the Vedic.
No. Sakama Karma, you already said he is born in a place where this Sakama Karma is possible. Or he endures again for that. Whichever family is born, he endures for this karma only. But the Ashtanga Yogi, he comes back, he is being born in righteous family, wealthy family, and Vaishnava family. So among these Ashtanga Yogis, who is getting born, or he takes birth in this righteous family and wealthy family? You're not remembering. The Ashtanga Yogi who has done little practice only in his lifetime, who had a short time of practice in this spiritual life, that yogi, he takes birth in the righteous family and wealthy family. And the Ashtanga yogi who had long practice and then fell down the last moment, that person takes birth in knowledgeable family, Vaishnava family.
Vaishnava families.
You got it now?
Yes,
So
yes,
I'm
Prabhu.
trying to summarize this 6th chapter in a systematic way. So that is easy for you to understand. But you should follow it strictly. So if you are very clear on the concept, then it's very easy. If you are not clear on the concept, again, you'll be get in the middle. The tattva should be crystal clear. Which are the different types of yogis? What are their destinations? What happens to fallen yogi? And all those things. In between, there are verses which will support these verses. But the essence is this only. So this yogi, after being born in his knowledgeable family or wealthy family or artist family, he again endures where he has left off. Where he has left off in the previous life, he endures again. And this time he reaches perfection. After many, many births, he reaches perfection. So Krishna in 46, he says that this yogi who is now perfect, he is far superior to this karma yogi who is kama karma yogi, not nishkama karma yogi. Even nishkama karma yogis, so they will come to it later. Sagama karma yogi and jnana yogi and is ascetic. Ascetic means tabasvi, but he endures so much rigorous austerities, subsisting on a few glass of one glass of water or milk or a few fruits. And doing austerities like right in the morning, early morning, goes to the river stream, and then neck deep in the very chill water, it goes neck deep, and then chants his rituals and mantras and all that. Or he does some chandrayanas, very difficult yajna to, it's a very difficult process, and chaturmasam, eating only once a day. Such kind of austerities that is called ascetic tapas. But this Ashtanga yogi is far superior to this tapasvi because they are not perfect. They are not realized the goals. The Sakama Karma yogi has not realized, and this jnani, who is empiricist jnani, he is also not realized. But this Ashtanga yogi is realized. So in that aspect is better. He is also better than Nishkama Karma Yogi and Jnana Yogi, the true Jnana Yogi, because they reach only up to Brahman realization. The goal of Nishkama Karma Yogi as well as Jnana Yogi is Brahman. Now, the Ashtanga Yogi has realized Brahman as well, and then he has realized Paramatma also. So he is superior to even Nishkama Karma Yogi and Jnana Yogi. And so Krishna advises Arjuna to be the yogi. But in the final last verse, 47, Krishna says, among all those yogis who is trying to link their consciousness with the consciousness of Supreme. The meaning of yoga, you have to understand, is to link or to unite. link ourselves with Krishna, link our consciousness with Krishna consciousness. Now we are all conscious beings. We are all conscious beings. We are conscious living entities, and Krishna is also conscious living entities. But among all those living entities, Krishna is the supreme. That is why it's called Purushottama. And so our natural position is that we have to abide by the decision or desires of Krishna or instructions of Krishna. And the process which enables you to link your consciousness with Krishna consciousness are differently named as Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga. When Karma Yoga means Nishkama Karma Yoga here, Nishkama Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, because Karma Yoga is a bit confusing sometimes. Karma Yoga is used both for Sagama Karma Yoga and Nishkama Karma. So to make it differentiate that, we call it Sagama Karma Yoga and Nishkama Karma Yoga. So all those processes are very good, but among all those processes, Bhakti Yoga is the supreme, and the person who is doing this Bhakti Yoga is called Bhakta and Bhakta Yoga or Bhakti Yogi. So that Bhakti Yogi is far, far, far superior to all other yogis. Why? Because it's directly engaged in worshipping the Supreme Personality with loving devotional service. All other processes, jnana, dhyana, and karma, nishkama karma yoga, have glimpses of Bhagavan. But they are not in that path or in that platform where they are executing loving devotion service, worshipping Krishna. Now, the English word for bhaja is worship. But Srila Prabhupada says that that worship actually is not fulsome. It's not complete. That word worship does not give the real meaning of bhaja. Worship means you have a very, worship person, is a type of what you call bhava, by which you understand the qualities, you understand so many things, and you have a liking for that, and then you are worshipping. But bhaja means worshipping with service, loving service. So Vishnu Purana says, bhaja idi eshavai dhatu sevayam parikirtidaha tasmat seva buddhe pravakta bhakti shabdena shuyade. It is sorry, not Vishnu Purana, it's Garuda Purana. Garuda Purana says, bhaja idi eshavai dhatu. Dhatu means that root. The root of any word is called dhatu. Any word in English or Sanskrit, there is always a root word. So bhaja is a root word for seva. Sevayam parikirtidaha tasma seva buddhehi prakta. Buddha means, so the knowledgeable person says seva indicates bhakti only. So bhakti means seva. Bhaj, so bhaj and bhakti is the same. Bhaj means rendering seva. So seva means a person is giving seva, person receiving seva, and the process. So the object of bhakti or devotion service, loving devotion service, is Krishna. The person who gives his bhakti process is called bhakta, And the process is called bhakti. So this is exclusively meant for Krishna only. Bhakti is only for Krishna. Bhaja is only for Krishna, nobody else. In respect of others, other demigods, anybody else, you are not doing worship, you're not worshiping them with loving devotion. You have respect for them. You're very courteous. You always respect. Due respect is given to everybody. But if you don't give respect to somebody who deserves respect, what happened? You are termed as disrespectful or discourteous, like that. But if you are not rendering service to Krishna, who is the source of every living entity, from whom everything has emanated, if you are not doing it, because it is your constitutional position, it's a matter of duty. If you are not worshipping, you are not doing bhakti to Krishna, then it is highly, karmic reaction is same. It will be condemned. That act will be condemned. So it is a duty. It is our constitutional duty that we should render service to Krishna. Bhagavatam states that ya esham purusham sakshat atma prabhavam ishwaram. One who is the source of everything. If you are not na bhajanti avajanandi, suppose you are not worshipping, but you are neglecting, but a sthanat brashpadandyada, sthanat brashta padandyada, you'll fall down from your position. If you don't worship Krishna, then you will fall down from your position. So what is our present position? Where we are stated now?
Spiritual path.
No, among these 84 lakh species, what is our position? We are human beings, isn't it?
Yes, conscious, having consciousness.
Yeah, we are now in this birth. Suppose a person is getting human birth, human form of life. If you are not rendering devotion service to Krishna, you are sure to lose that position. You may do many things. You may do many nice things, good things. But if you are neglecting this vital aspect, the cardinal principle, if you're not doing that, then definitely you'll be condemned and you'll fall down from that position of a human birth, of human form of life. So much rigorous is that, the Vedic instructions. You have to do is. So if you are not understanding this, and then you are writing commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, then he is thoroughly condemned. So among all yogis, Krishna says, so that's why yoginam abhi sarvesham mad gadena. So among all the yogis, the position of bhakti yogi is so far superior. Srila Prabhupada makes a comparison that in the Himalaya mountains, there are many peaks. But among the peaks, the Everest is the highest. So other yogas, karma yoga, jnana yoga, ashtanga yoga, are all considered with some peaks, but Everest peak is bhakti yoga only. Ramanujarya goes even much steps further. He says bhakti yoga is like Meru mountain, Meru. Meru mountain is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto, which is the highest mountain in these middle planets. Bhu, Bhua, Swa planets, middle planets. In these among planets, the highest mountain, the tallest mountain is Meru mountain. It's completely in gold, is gold only. The golden mountain, and so tall, but 80,000 miles. Srimad Bhagavatam says is 80,000 miles, 10,000 yojanas. The height of this golden temple, golden mountain called Meru. So Bhakti Yoga is compared to Meru mountain and other yogas with the same seeds. Other yogas like sesame seeds, small sesame seeds, and Bhakti Yoga is like Meru mountain. So that means Bhakti Yoga is incomparable. You cannot compare Bhakti Yoga with anything else. So it is, yes.
Still Meru mountain is there now also. It is only assumed.
Yeah, it is not in earth. I told you it's not in earth. If you read Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto, you will find the location is in the Bhua planets. Everything that is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam is 100% truth only. It is not some contrary.
It is not
Yes.
in our world.
Huh?
It may be. It is not in our world, I think.
It is not in earth planets.
Yes.
It is not there. But doesn't mean that it isn't, because science not able, just because science is not able to understand that or not able to see the existence of these planets, doesn't mean that these planets is not existing. We tend to believe the science. That is a problem. And behind our back is always science. And we all find we feel that this is all fiction only, other things. What science is not stating, it's only fiction. Imagination. Or mythology. We call it mythology. It's myth only. So that is a difference between, in morning's Bhagavatam class, we are in that discussion only. When for doing the Palari Mathanam, the Devas and Asuras are carrying this mountain, Mantra mountain, and they are not able to carry it full, and the Mantra mountain crashes on them, and many of them are crushed. So Krishna comes and Vishnu comes, and just with one hand he lifts and places on Garuda.
Yes, Prabhuji, yes, I read that.
Yes. So many people may not believe this. So Srila Prabhupada says there are two classes of people, one Deva and Asura. Deva means bhaktas. Bhaktas will always see this truth. And whatever Krishna does, what is given Srimad Bhagavatam, what are acts of the superhuman acts of Krishna, which cannot be done by even these thousands of thousand lakhs of devas and asuras combined strength. So inconceivable power of Krishna, the superhuman powers of Krishna, acts of Krishna, the bhaktas hear with relish. They get so much pleasure reading this. While the demons, they always doubtful, they suspect, they say, no, this is not possible. We don't believe this. As far as our knowledge is there, this is not possible. So this is a demoniac mentality.
Yes, so Prabhuji, in fifth canto Srimad Bhagavatam, it is also told ki milk ocean is there and honey ocean, different ocean are there, no?
Yes. 7 types of oceans are mentioned there.
Yes.
milk ocean, honey ocean, even liquor also.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Everything is there. We are only accustomed to salt only. In earth, you'll find this oceans are made of salt or salty. One person who has died recently in Kerala, one Dr. Gopalakrishnan, he's supposed to be a spiritualist. Of course, he's basically that party propagandist only. Of course, he's also a scientist. Then he was making fun of the Kshirosagar. What milky ocean? You said milky ocean. Suppose you break open some packets of milk and pour it in a vessel. After a few days, it'll be so stinking. Then how can you have a ocean of milk? So we are all like Kuba Mandubas, frogs in a well. We are conditioned to seeing the ocean of salt only, and we have absolutely no knowledge of other oceans. And we say that no, there is no ocean like that. So this is called Kupa Manduba, a frog in the well. Yeah. So you have to be very, very fortunate to be a bhakta. Because many births you may have fathers and mothers. In every birth, sorry, not many births, in every birth you have fathers and mothers. But only in one birth you'll have Krishna and spiritual master. So Shweta Shodravansha says, Yasya deve para bhaktir yadha deve tadha guru tasyeda kadidahi artha prakashande mahatma. One who has got deep implicit faith in both Krishna and spiritual master, only to him the imports of Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. So you have to be very, very fortunate to be in Bhakti Yoga. So Bhakti Yoga is that yoga which understands, reveals Krishna as he is. Krishna is the control of everybody, but he is under the control of Bhakti. Sorry, Bhakta. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th canto, Krishna states to Durvasa Muni, who is being chased, chased by Sudarshan Chakra. He says, he tried to harm Amrish Maharaj, and finally the Sudarshan Chakra comes, and then it's a long story. And Durvasa is running from post to pillar. First he goes to Shiva, then he goes to Brahma, and nobody can help him. Finally he goes to Vishnu, and Vishnu says, I cannot help you. He says that, Aham Bhakta Paradhina. I am enslaved to my Bhakta only. Aham Bhakta Paradhina. He Asodandra Duja. Duja means Brahmana. Oh, Brahmana. I am not free. I am not independent because I have put all my independence to my Bhakta only. Krishna is the only independent person, but Krishna says that I have lost my independence because now it is with my devotee only. Sadhuvir Gasta Hridaya Bhaktir Bhakta Janapriya. Not only the devotee, but I am the devotee. Say to the devotee of the devotee. So what to speak of devotee? So such is high position of devotee. In Srimad Bhagavatam states, Muktanam Abhisiddhanam Narayana Parayana Sudurlabha Mahatma Kodishyabi Mahamune. Sorry, Sudurlabha Pashantatma Kodishyabi Mahamune. Muktanam Abhisiddhan. There are so many, the crores of living entities. Out of that, only very few people get to spiritual path. And among the spiritual path, only very few people get liberated. And among the scores of liberated persons, Narayana Parana, who is considering having Krishna as a supreme, he is Sudurlabha. So that is the position of Bhakta and Bhakti Yoga. And this Bhakti Yoga will be detailed in the next 6 chapters, anywhere in the next 6 chapters, 7 onwards, 7 to 12. Next 6 chapters, the middle portion of Bhagavad Gita is dealing with Bhakti Yoga. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Clarification?
Hare Krishna,
Right.
Prabhuji. One
Yes.
small doubt. What is the difference between Jnani and Jigyansu? Jigyansu who is interested in knowledge, in gathering knowledge.
Jnani and Jnyasu. Jnyasu, you are mentioning the 14th verse of and 16th verse of 7th chapter. Chaduvida
Yes,
bhajande ma
yes,
jano sugudarjuna
yes,
artho jitnyasu
yes.
artha jnani
Arthati,
chavardashava. Yes, Jitnyasu is
artha,
artho
artharthi.
jitnyasu artharthi jnani
Yes,
cha
yes,
bhardash.
Prabhuji. Yes,
So
yes,
Jitnyasu means yes, who is looking for transcendent knowledge. The jnani is a person who realizes transcendent knowledge. Jitnyasu, one who has Brahma Jitnyasa. So he is on the path. He wanting to know who is Krishna, what is Brahman, and all those things. He is very interested. So he is approaching Krishna with devotion. Other two categories, Artha, Artharthi, and Artha. Artha means he's always in trouble. He's always miserable. Artha. The word Artha means Arthanada means always crying, crying,
yes,
crying. Krishna, I am
yes, Prabhuji.
in trouble.
Yes,
I am financial trouble. I am
yes,
mental, everything, always crying.
yes, yes,
Artha,
yes,
Arthi
Prabhuji.
means
And
one who is
going
very,
after the money or the wealth.
yes, wealth and position. Of
Yes,
course, they are
Prabhuji.
also basically Sakamas, but then still they are having Krishna as supreme, so that way they are considered Bhaktas. Then Jitnyasu, a person who wants to know Krishna, and Jnani, who is realized in the Tattvic realization of Krishna. But then still, he is still not the pure devotion. Jnani also is not in pure devotion. That will be explained in some chapter. Right?
Yes, Prabhuji. Jnani means who already realized Krishna.
Yes. Yes. Then next verse you'll find
Who,
that in the end, it says among that Jnani and among these four, I like Jnani
Jnani.
is more related to me. Tesham Jnani Nitya Yukta. He says Nitya Yukta Ega Bhaktir Vishishyade Priyohi Jnanotyartham. That means I am that Jnani is very dear to me, and I am very dear to him.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Because he is always constantly attached to Krishna. Right. You can enter Narsing Kirtan.
Yes, Prabhuji. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladaladaine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Shrilatanka nakhalai. Ito narsingo parato narsingo. Yato yato yami tato narsingo. Bahir narsinha hridayir narsinha. Narsingamadi sharanam prapade. Tabakara kamalavare. Nakam adbhuta shingam. Dalita hiranyakashipu tanubhrangam keshabadrita narahari rupa jaya jagadish hare jaya jagadish hare jaya jagadish hare jaya narsingadev 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 jaya narsingadev jaya narahari 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 jaya narahari jaya prahlad maharaj prahlad maharaj prahlad maharaj jaya prahlad maharaj jaya jaya prabhupada 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 प्रभुपाद निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल ओम उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्यु नमाम्यहम् ओम उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्यु नमाम्यहम् ओम उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्यु नमाम्यहम् जय नृसिंह श्री नृसिंह जय जय श्री नृसिंह प्रह्लादेश जय पद्ममुख पद्मभृंग जय नृसिंह श्री नृसिंह जय जय श्री नृसिंह प्रह्लादेश जय पद्ममुख पद्मभृंग
Shuddha Bhakti
सर्वविघ्न
Vinash
विनाशं नृसिंह भगवान की जय
Jai. Vancha Kalpatarubhascha
कृपा सिंधु भैव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः
Nandakodi Vaishnavand ki
जय
Namacharya Das Thakur ki
जय
Prabhupada ki
जय
Jai Gaur Premanande.
हरि हरि बोल
Most likely next Saturday we'll have pentathlon in this
Fantastic.
chapter. Okay, so start preparing. You should always practice daily basis and refresh
Yes,
your already